real struggle for the next two. Ghana wants some more. And a good ball out the back for Dwayne Mann. Still tackles up their sleeve, and they're already back to the 50. Namu. Kearney. Blake strikes the gap. They might get another one. He's going to kick and chase. Blake! Oh, magic! I tell you what, they don't get much better than this. You want to talk about skill, you want to talk about reading play, you want to talk about pace, then let's talk about Phil Blake.
Talk about Phil Blake, one of the main things he's got is ability. That's what he's got. A player with tremendous ability, determination. He's a professional player. Ball started over here, ball popped back inside. Gene Namu just sending it over. Kearney doing a good job offloading it as he's done all game. There was nothing on there, Graham. Phil Blake just pinned his ears back. Saw he had a couple of players to beat. The chip and chase is his forte. No one's better.
Yeah, it shows you the game goes for 80 minutes. Now, I don't want to brag, and I know I'm just a front row, but didn't I say earlier on that the Warriors would probably win this game by 46 points? As long as Gene Namu gets his kick. Great stuff by Blakey. Thanks, mate.
Take a bow, Tony. Give yourself a wrap.
Walters. Martin has been a tower of strength for the Bears, 25 and 10. Stewart working on a narrow blind. Oh, magical play by Stewart, and then by Croker. Croker gets it away for Wiki, and Ruben Wiki scores. But Stewart, he did out of jail. You can't do that, but he did.
They're showing their championship qualities now, Canberra. A little chip over the top from Ricky Stewart with the left foot. That takes enormous ability. Finding space. Matt Sears, he hasn't missed a tackle all season, but he does here on Croker. Very strong Jason Croker. Shrugs away. And although he was taken in the tackle, Ruben Wiki had done well to be there in support. All of a sudden, the game has changed.
That is audacious.
I don't know what it means, Ray, but it's a good word. That was a great kick from Stewart.
Sprinter in Melbourne in the middle 80s.
That's the only one I knew.
A good play from the Steelers. McGregor there. Hancock right back ready for the kick.
Here's Hancock now, stretching out inside the 30-metre line. Sailor's coming up on his inside. The pass goes to ground, and it's with the Steelers. Clean break made by the Broncos, Michael Hancock. Callaway pushes it across. Richards on. Simon with a long pass. It's out with Jonathan Britton. He's being chased by Kevin Walters. O'Neill comes at him, and now he throws the dummy. O'Neill took the dummy. McGregor's there. McGregor, he'll score. He'll bring the joint down. Big roar goes up. Length of the failed try. Jonathan Britton made the cake, and Paul McGregor put the icing on it. They draw level.
Tremendous try there from the Illawarra Steelers. Here's the break from Michael Hancock. I thought Wendell Sailor was a little bit late to coming on the inside. A good tackle there. Turk came back, and straight from here, the turnover. Illawarra willing to spread the ball straight away. John Simon saw it was on with this long pass. Gets on the outside, and there's Britton, the replacement. Too much pace there for Kevy Walters. Julian O'Neill was in a little bit of two minds whether he'd go inside for McGregor. The little dummy thrown, and look at this. He finally catches him, O'Neill, and McGregor sprints away. And look who's there, Glenn Lazarus. What a great chase from him. That's unbelievable.
I didn't see that blocker. You're quite right. What about Glenn Lazarus? Put him in your black book for a maiden somewhere on a Wednesday. Lazarus. I didn't see this, but that's Glenn Lazarus making that vain attempted tackle.
Barnes offloading, and O'Davis sees half an opening. McCormick now.
Harrigan thunders ahead. For a bit of one-out stuff, though, it's very much evident that support players are having trouble staying with the ball carrier.
Well, I think the pace of the game is really starting to get to the players now. Mistakes are coming thick and fast.
There's a chance on Matt Rogers down the right flank. He stands them up and beats them. Well, he stood them up and nailed them to the wall. Darren Tracy looked at him. They played cat and mouse. And Rogers tippy-toe down the sideline to score his second try of the night.
Ball possession copped up by Newcastle here. I've got a little bit of a doubt on the Nickau pass. There's the loose ball now, cleaned up very quickly. Nickau gets one under the tackler's arm. I still think there was a doubt on that. And what about the work from Rogers? The winger up against the second row. It gets his second for the night.
Yeah, wouldn't his dad be proud of him, Steve Rogers? He would have done this same little move hundreds of times during his career. And like father, like son, Matt, he's a second row, he's standing up, but he's still got plenty of pace. Darren Tracy, and with no room to work.
Centre of the ground, tackle 30 metres out from the Manly line. Hasler chooses to go off to the right. Kosef with it. Back for Hasler. Hasler goes looking for Tuvey. He finds Lyons, who's around Green, and then into a half a gap. Touched by Cronulla. 6 more tackles. Ridges with it. And away from a tackle. Hopewadi goes down the channel. Rogers comes across. He beats him. Now Danny Moore comes along. Puts his hand up, but Hopewadi doesn't need him. Hopewadi scores for Manly.
Well, that's what Manly can do this season. Very, very dangerous. Looked like they were going to make the break, but a Cronulla hand got in the way. That gave them 6 more tackles. Tremendous work there to keep the ball alive. Coming up too quickly, Paul Green. That allowed Lyons on the inside. This is the pass that's knocked down, giving them 6 again. Matthew Ridge reacted very quickly. Ettinghausen misses the tackle. I thought the winger should have stayed out for Cronulla, and that tackle definitely should have been made. Hopewadi, isn't he a strong performer this season?
He's had a great year, Hopper. Rewarded with a start in New South Wales State of Origin game for the Melbourne match. There's Rogers went in, he knocked the ball down, the winger, and then Ridge draw and pass situation. Hopewadi from there always going to score. Too strong for Rogers, too much leg power, and gets over in the corner. Makes his 14th try for the season.
Stevens had done the hard work. The same could not be said for his support players. Britt reaches the 40-metre line. Side trailing 6-0 as Lamb away from play for Timu. Timu looks inside, gets rid of Mark Coyne, provides Halligan, then Ralph pulled down by Mark Bell. 22 metres out, 5 tackles gone. Lamb on for Halligan. Timu, the ball in front of him. Dimmick is with it. Timu comes back on the inside, steps out of one. Oh, that is beautiful stuff. That is a magic try. Scored by the Sydney Bulldogs and by John Timu.
Well, he looks better every week, doesn't he, John Timu? Made a good bust on the left-hand side, shrugged off Mark Coyne, who is a very strong defender. DP found his centre, bang. Got rid of Coyne, found Halligan. It was the last tackle following Robert Ralph's tackle. The Bulldogs prepared to throw the football. St George's defence in total disarray. Jim Dimmick picked up the bouncing ball. The dummy here taken by Chris Quinn. He got nobody. Timu next to the posts.
So the try from the head on, actually that ball that went to ground and bounced probably didn't help St George in the end result, though it seemed like it was favouring them at the time.
Alexander, when he goes to the line and drifts across, the worst thing you can do is stand and watch and wait to see what he's going to do. Somebody in front of him has got to go through, commit the tackle and take him out. Every time Alexander touches the football, he's got to end up on the ground.
So the Warriors now with Alexander calling the tune. Taiwan comes inside. Oh, great ball. Phil Blake, he gets the try. What a magical piece of football.
And again, Greg Alexander started the play with a select pass. Tremendous work on the far side to keep the ball alive. You'll see Willie Kahn is caught out. Kahn dropping in behind his defensive line. Michael Hancock, Manoa Thompson tried to get on the outside. Willie Kahn came in. That allowed Taiwa to get outside Kahn. Kahn came again, but a magnificent ball. Phil Blake backing up.
Not going up, he stood back just for a second, and Phil Blake, well, he's been doing it for 12 years now. The best finisher in the game, I think.
I just wonder who might do the goal kicking for the Broncos now. With no Julian O'Neill and no Terry Madison. Madison was playing his 150th game for the Broncos tonight and would have been the goal kicker.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Willie Kahn takes the kicks. He actually kicked off to start the game. And good.
Clean break for Lockyer. Lockyer's going for the corner. They won't get him. Lockyer goes in to score.
Great stuff by the Brisbane side. I think it was a Wendell Saylor offload. He burst through a couple of defenders. Already making a great fist as a second row. Wendell Saylor, look at the stepping of him. Through a couple, drew 3 or 4 in, and then Lockyer. Great 5/8 play and backing up the man with the football. Had too much speed for Andrew Leeds.
He looks better every week, this 5'8", Darren Lockyer. Alan Langer, of course, out. Kevin Walters has gone to halfback. And here's the ability of Saylor to attract 2 defenders. Nobody could wrap the ball up. And Lockyer, the little left foot swerve, taking him around Andrew Leeds. He is a find, this kid, and has got an enormous future.
Isn't it great to see a young kid like that have the confidence in his own ability and speed to get around a fullback?
Andrew Johns working a scrum from just outside his 20-metre line, and here's Matthew making the bust. Oh, Davis is on his inside. Halligan's missed him. Oh, get in the queue. Have a look at him. They got the hands up all over the park. 8th go. He gets the try. Oh, it was like a relay with everybody running alongside each other. Matthew Johns, he made the bust. 12-0.
And the crowd absolutely love it. And why not? Matthew Johns, we're talking about his toughness. Look at this. Bang. Accelerates straight through the tackle of Terry Lamb. Throws the dummy, gets out of an attempted tackle from Halligan. It was a pretty ordinary one. I still think he would have got there, but he made a bird of it by picking up a quicker man on the outside in Jamie Ainscough. And that's why Ainsco's having such a good season. His individual play is tremendous, but also running outside this guy has made an enormous difference. State of Origin 5'8", done it all himself here. Barnes was on the outside of Ainscough. He's even quicker. Length of the field try there.
Taken by Edu over the top, underneath with Tony Chilmavati. Missed tackles. St George have fallen off 5 compared to the Warriors 1, but they have the lead on the scoreboard, the Dragons, 6 points to 0. Mundine. Another chance out wide. Great break by the Dragons. Inside is Mundine. Cohen is giving chase. Mundine's going to have too much pace. They're on fire now, the St George Dragons. 10 points to 0. They've really set the Warriors and the fans back on their seats. From one end of the field to the other.
The Ansett New Zealand replay is going to show a fine break here, really, from well within inside their own half, inside the 20-metre area, actually. Anthony Mundine, he always backs up. He's a great young player. You're going to hear plenty more about him over the next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, the Warriors a little bit of fault there. What they do down in St George's area, they play a Mundine's just got too much pace for Kerwin, and he puts St George further in front underneath the black dot.
Early on, he was a bit tentative. He missed 1 or 2 tackles from just going a little low, but certainly as the game's got on, he's got so much better, and I think that's got a lot to do with the fact of the confidence. He also had his knee strapped when he took the field. The strapping has now left him.
Moana.
Yeah, I'm sure Malcolm Reilly and the medical crew wouldn't have risked Matthew if he wasn't 100%. He wanted to play last week. They held him out. He's proved a big winner today.
Here's Tiarapati's open him up. Here's a chance for Auckland. Blake's going to score try number 11. In he goes. And Auckland finally on the board after 70 minutes of play here at Marathon Stadium. Phil Blake gets the try, the opening points for the Auckland Warriors, and probably slight disappointment for Newcastle that they haven't held them scoreless. But Tia Rapati made the break. He had plenty of support on the inside, and that man, along with Terry Lamb, is probably touted as the best backer-uppers in the business, and Phil Blake scores his 11th four-pointer of the year.
He's certainly very good on the other side of the defence line. But let's have a look at this. Paul Harrigan is far too wide in the defence line. That's somewhere where props and hookers shouldn't be, is on the edges of the defence line. He was just caught wanting for pace, obviously. The ball back inside to Blake. He's got the pace for Robbie McCormack, who was trying to support from the inside coming out, and a simple try for Auckland in the dying stages of the game.
Yeah, well, I just got to say on the replay, and he hasn't got that advantage, that didn't look forward to me. I've got to say that. He has got touch judges out there. They're obviously not disagreeing with him. Maybe they're calling them. I don't know. This is Oden right now, away from one and out of another, standing in a third. There was a chance there because Fawcett was running into a gap. It's gone to ground. The Eels come up with it, played by Robert Muchmore. They go off to the right with David Woods. He gets through the gap. He's over the 30-metre line.
Well, just sit back and watch this. This kid is something special. Have a look at the pass he throws to send Howlett in. But the strength of David Woods and his blistering acceleration is outstanding. A missed tackle there by John Timu. Polomouta can't pick him up. He knows he's got to come back to where the supports are. Underneath Jim Dimmick, he finds Phil Howlett. And it's been a David Woods show tonight. Set up 3 of the 4 tries, and this has come from nothing. Shows the ball.
Isn't it a shame that we've seen some touches of brilliance of him over the last couple of seasons? That's beautiful. That's Brett Kenny stuff. Beautiful pass. Great support play there. From fullback Howlett.
Duneman, Spina, Russell has to come back in field. He's the centre. The next man on his outside's 30 metres away.
Well, where are their centres? As the last tackle, Schifoletti.
That's off the boot of Robert Ralph. Well, this can't be 6 to go. It's not. As Gibson got around the outside of Dimmick. Then the pass away, Scarden, Morganson, back to Scarden, the Cowboys. One more pass, they have the try. Oh, they've won the grand final. Gibson has it. Give us a yodel, buddy.
Oh, what a great try. Yeehaw! Away they go, the Cowboys. The crowd's gone berserk here at Stockman Stadium. They love it. And what a good try it was. The Sydney Bulldogs just ran out of troops. They've come from one side of the field to the other. Once again, unlucky there for the Sydney Bulldogs, the ricochet, and they're always caught short out there. And bad miss there by Jim Dimmick. Halligan had come in. He didn't need to. He should have stayed out in his wing. And from there, that's a great ball by Morganson and a floater. And Gibson, the man on the spot, to put it over.
Oh, didn't Gibson do well to stay on his feet? He was a man that was involved, that picked up the loose ball. He fired a long pass out to Scarden and then backed up on the inside. Beautiful play there from Gibson on the inside. Morganson, and there he is again, backing up, stayed on his feet, involved in the play twice, and a good try there to Gibson.
Well, that's Bronco-like play from the Cowboys.
Roberts. Hasler scooped it off the ground, did well. Turvey. Lyons. Turvey. Field really manhandling the Manly captain. Lyons on the first bounce, away from Moore. Moore gets it under Hopoate. He's looking for his second. He won't get it, but Hasler will. Under the uprights. Third try since the resumption. 3 tries in 10 minutes.
Well, they're on fire, Manly. South Sydney have had no football in this second half, and Manly playing so confidently, keeping the ball alive. This came from nothing. A bad pass from dummy half. Danny Moore has to do it all himself. The big step. Got a good pass away to Hopoate, who ran into space. Craig Carrington standing back could do nothing but take the man with the football, and Des Hasler backing up on the inside gets the try. South Sydney guilty of just too many missed tackles and not covering the man well enough. Craig Gibson had to be close to his man. That was John Hopoate. Desi Hasler, an easy one for him under the post.
In amongst the forwards, trying to pinch a few metres. Joe Wagner. Shoulder charge on Dwayne Mann. Handballed out towards Kerwin. And a run around for Fede Taiwa. Good hands from Stacey Jones for Kerwin, who's been in the thick of most of the action. Alexander takes a heavy shot from Plowman. Pops one out wide for Blake. Blake virtually untouched. Blake with a real special for Stacey Jones. Plenty of traffic there, but a little chip ahead kept it on the deck. And the Warriors stretch it to 32-4.
Well, this was great play here from Blake. Not a lot really on, just a little chip. Just watch what he does here. He picks the ball up, not a lot on at all. Puts a little chip in, but I like this Stacey Jones. He doesn't care how great a player Phil Blake is. He wasn't going to give him that try.
Yeah, good work from Alexander, though. He takes a big knock here, a big shoulder charge, and gets up and passes the ball. Good work from the little halfback. He's played well today. And Phil Blake, I thought he really wanted this try, but he scored that many, it doesn't matter. Stacey Jones, who had a great reserve grade game, gets over.
Playing in 38 after a change of jumper. Alexander did well. And Blake. He's grabbed 10. Stacey Jones says, get out of the way. I'll grab this one.
Down made there again by Jamie Goddard in the middle of the ruck. Craig Coleman now looking to capitalise on the quick play of the ball.
And away for Gill. Down to 12 men. The short ball for Peacock. Adamson is the cover. Peacock can go all the way to the corner and will. Danny Peacock. Well, Adamson stood back, caught in two minds, and that's just about the try of the day.
I think he underestimated the speed of Danny Peacock. Pointed out earlier that the Gold Coast really don't go to their back line a great deal, but here we see the half and the 5A combining. Beautiful pass there from Peter Gill, opened the gap. Danny Peacock looking to position his inside support player. Matthew Adamson was more concerned with what Scott Petherbridge was going to do, and the bird had flown. Lovely ball there committed, Morven Edwards. Scott Petherbridge turned and chased. Peacock looking for his support players through the half dummy and had enough speed to get around Adamson to get his side back into the contest. 42 out from his line. Here's the Chief coming. He's carrying that hit very noticeably. It's gone.
This is Chris Joynt. Turn it back through Barnes and then through McCormick and back with Andrew Johns. He's into open space. Inside, backing him up is Robbie Ross. 20 metres out, centre of the ground, and a big back line out to the left. Matthew Johns, there goes Marquette. Marquette, he's over. He's over. It's a try, I believe. Yes, he's given it.
Well, is there a touch of controversy about this try? Marquette, did he bounce the ball? Double movement. Wasn't a double movement, I mean. Well, it's great work by the Johns boys here. Here's the first break made by Andrew. Away he goes. In the end, a great covering tackle by Danny Moore. Gets Robbie Ross. Now from here, there wasn't much space. They had man-on-man mainly, but a nice piece of deception by Matthew Johns it is. Drifting across the park, looking for runners. And not that well read there. And mark it into a huge gap. There's the tackle, but he's let go.
You see Terry Hill backing out of the play there. They just had numbers, and the pass committed the defender. Tuvey got caught in two minds. That put Terry Hill out. I think it's okay. I think the first tackler let go. The momentum saw Marquette bounce to the line.
Flat-footed that time. McCow. Also Davidson in there. Now the pass for Kearney. Time lacking in support as he got to the line. Spread out on the right-hand side. Channeled across from Jones. Then straight through goes Namu. Lovely turn of speed. Back the ball came for Doreen. Warriors will have their first try. And Doreen gets there. And Jess will award it. No double movement. And the Warriors, an impressive start. They lead 4-0.
And the two halves really causing havoc with some of the inside defence of the Cronulla Sharks. That time Aaron Raper caught for speed, but it's just brilliant footwork here. Lovely little dummy thrown by Gene Namu. Tries to go around Samet, finds Doreen. He had plenty to do, Doreen. 3 or 4 tacklers there. He was able to get across, and the momentum took him there, so there's no problems with the double movement at all. Some bad defence there. Overreading a play from Sean Ryan. Nice little pass from Namu. And the centre Doreen, who's looked dangerous every time he's touched the football, able to burst out of a couple of attempted tackles.
Lovely try on debut for Mike Doreen in the Warriors starting lineup.